of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put two dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Tamir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coons. The white man that go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
sense.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations. I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights but even human rights.
Ahmadiyyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyyah.
oppression and exploitation.
Queen.
Touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunsa. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations. America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now. See a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all in Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy. I just sit back and laugh while these haters get mad. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat.
This is the sound of Eric
It's a cut on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threat. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin? queen. Why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X to my jeans and I got...
This is the sound of FayeMiss.
All right, hello everyone, Grand Rising. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your first morning wake-up call. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, as per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Exit stage left. And if you do, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you also follow me on Instagram at Dr._A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr.A_Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. Excuse me. Let's see who is in here. That crazy beach Aries, okay, said there she glows, the real Nancy Drew of journalism. Thank you, beloved. Khalid is here, Pearly, Wavy though, Christy One Love, Courtney J. All right, I see you, Naja, Nessa G or Nessa X in the house. All hell nah is here, Queen Sam. All right, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. Everyone, please get those likes up. Y'all know how to do the Queen. Okay, Sandra Too Much for you is here. Andrea is here. All right, Christy One Love. Did I say you? Jasmine, Ma'at Egypt, Capricornus. Okay, so let's get into it. Spirit Goddess, I see you. Broken Silence. All right. With that all been said, hey, Deronda. Re-Educated Soul is in here. Okay, let's go ahead and get this party started, Nessa G. All right. Shouts out to everyone in the chat and everyone tuned into the Queen. First things first. First things first, let's talk about this exclusive from Fox 5, where an inmate turned up dead in jail. Now, the family was concerned. They already had some issues, and they'd asked them to put him in protective custody. But then days later, he turned up dead. Hey, Stephen King Lejeune. Maurice is in the house. All right. G from the land. Okay, Miss Peaches, I see you, Eileen. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. The bear is up in here. All right, likes up, everyone, please like and share. I'm going to share my screen so you all can see the news report.
Happening now, state officials are investigating the death of an inmate at a prison in Butts County. Family members of an inmate say that he was murdered in his jail cell, and now there are mounting questions about the safety of the facility. Tonight, Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo spoke exclusively to that devastated family. Rob, you found out that the family pleaded for help just days before his death.
That's right, Tom. Good evening to you. Well, Brandon Burrell's family and his fiancee frantically reached out to jail officials, explaining there was a serious and imminent threat to his life. That was 2 weeks ago. This past Sunday, jail officials confirmed he died in their custody. She thinks they ignored her cries for help, and if they listened, this all could have been prevented. An investigation now underway at the Georgia Diagnostic and Classification State Prison in Jackson. Jail officials have confirmed the death of inmate Brandon Burrell. His family says they had to learn from another inmate over the phone what exactly happened to him.
Brandon was bleeding out, had been stabbed, needed help, wasn't responding. It took about an hour for them to go get his body, the other inmate said.
Caitlin Schilling was Burrell's fiance. A little more than a week before his death, she emailed jail officials detailing, quote, numerous violent threats coming from inside the prison.
We knew Brandon was in danger. He knew that this time was going to be hard.
His fiance says they replied to her concerns, but they were never actually addressed. She wanted him in protective custody.
They said that they'll do everything that they can and everything was going to be okay. And not even a week later, he was murdered.
The Department of Justice has been investigating Georgia's prison system for violence and civil rights abuses since 2021. This prison specifically has a violent record. This video is from a beating there last July. Last month, we told you about an extortion scheme behind bars, leading to the beating of inmate Zadarius Coleman.
You're going to have a tooth lifting every 10 minutes so I can get my money, man.
Jail officials say Burrell was serving a 10-year sentence for violating the Street Gang Terrorism Act. His mom says while he made his mistakes, paying his dues should not have been a death sentence.
I know that Brandon committed crimes and he deserved to be punished. I'm not saying that. But the punishment does not fit the crime.
Our whole future was planned out on him coming home to us. His kids are growing out without him. He won't be able to see them grow up all because someone chose to take his life away.
And tonight, the GBI has confirmed that its crime lab is taking custody of Burrell's body to perform a full autopsy. His family is now planning his funeral. Tom.
Now, you can understand why that family is so heartbroken and why they want answers. Yeah. Rob, thanks.
Okay, so that's awfully sad. At the end of the day, these things continue to happen, and they keep talking about, implementing new policies and doing all sorts of things, but nothing ever seems to happen. People still turn up dead in jail. So, right, and sometimes, sadly, the corrections officers have something to do with it. Not to say they did in this case, but in some they absolutely do. Okay, also nefarious. So condolences to the family for that man losing his life like that. And, here's the thing. Some people are so foolish. They act like because somebody's a criminal, because they've been, they're being held in jail or they've been convicted of something and they're sent to prison. They act like these people's lives don't matter. At the end of the day, just because you commit a crime doesn't mean your life isn't worth you allowing to have it. Okay. Some people are just so ridiculous. But anyway, with that all being said, let's get those likes up, beloveds. Don't forget. Okay. So now, let's talk about Mos Def. Mos Def, I have always liked his music at the end of the day. But he came out and made some comments about Drake. And then, he tried to backpedal, making excuses, saying people took out of context and all this. If you say that he's not hip hop, well, how do you take that? How's that taken out of context? That's exactly what you said. And so then some people went in on him. Fat Joe, Waka Flocka, went in on him because he wears skirts. You can call them Celts or whatever, but he's not Scottish, so they're clearly not Celts. As far as I'm concerned, he's wearing skirts. Okay, and with that all been said, they went in on him. And rightfully so, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so let's talk about it. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share. I find it all so nefarious. I mean, this is not a good look for Mos Def. Like I said, I've always liked him and considered him a manly man. Now, he looks a little zesty is all I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with being zesty, but I'm just saying, embrace it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. And then don't try to act like someone else isn't a good representation of hip hop when you're wearing what you want to call a Celt. And like I said, you're not even from Scotland. So make it all make sense. All right, make it all make sense, Mos Def. Now here's what Walker had to say.
I don't usually do this, but that Mos Def shit, boy, you're tripping. You really tripping, my boy. You go from goddamn telling Drake he not hip hop to putting on a goddamn Roddy Piper dress like a wrestler. So that's what hip hop is? Bro, I never in my life do lame shit like that. I feel like this shit lame. But bro, I got to say something, bro. That shit lame what the fuck you did. Now you just made that really look like hip hop. And you look like a hater. FYI.
Not a Roddy Piper skirt. Now I'm going to play what Fat Joe had to say about this and also what Mos Def said after people started going in on him, okay? Like I said, he tried to walk it back, but, it's too late. Damage has already been done, as far as I'm concerned.
And if I was perceived to be harsh or mocking or taunting, that is not my intention. And Drake, if you're watching or if you come across this, that's not my intention, brother. I've never had no issue with you personally. I don't know you well enough to even have any sort of issue with you in that regard. Nonetheless, it's not sacrilegious to have a critique or an opinion of a public figure, particularly one of that magnitude in current modern culture. It was a question that I was asked, and I answered it as earnestly and as diplomatically as I possibly could. Forgive my Brooklyn. With that being said, at this given time, and let me be clear with this, at this given time that we are all living through, this is not where the focus ought to be. But what one artist or MC thinks of another one. I get it. It's something that people notice, and the different media outlets seized on that one aspect of the interview, the I Have a Red Show, and they completely ignored the context. Completely ignored the context. And what I was speaking about was a larger reality. In my opinion, which I feel is totally valid. There was no slander or intended slander at all. And that's the size of it. I wish that there was this much energy about human rights and real justice and resolving real life or death conflicts where blood is happening.
Star, Guru's my man, recipe. Like, so I come from the cloth of real hip hop. Born in the Bronx. And so when you think about this, I'm born in the Bronx in the inception of hip hop, just being a fan, right? Seen it all. So Mos Def, I understood what he tried to say. Yo, Drake ain't hip hop. They play him in the stores. After he said that, I ain't gonna lie, every store I went into, I used to tell Rich the barber, yo, Rich, he ain't lying. They play the nigga shit in the elevator, everywhere. Cool. But what's the name of the Drake songs? The 6 in the morning and...
No, you're talking about
what?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. He spits. Yo, look.
The AM songs.
Drake makes hits for everybody. Yes, he's a pop star. He is a pop star, right? And he makes hits for everybody. But we can't count him out and say he's not hip hop. And the scary thing about me, y'all Artie Clay, the scary thing about me doing a show like this is be careful what you wish for while throwing stones while living in a glass house. So now, Mos Def, the pure of hip hop, I guess, right? He's down with Dave Chappelle. He's down with, shout out to Dave Chappelle sending me the sneaker. Talib Kweli, they the pure. I guess they assume they're the pure, right? Now I salute them. They are real hip hop. But when the picture comes out and you're wearing a dress 2 days later, like, bro, we got this all fucked up now. Where's the backpack? Where's the Timbs? Where's where's the Brooklyn in the house? You know, this is the time when Brooklyn don't claim certain dudes. Like, at a time like this, they'll shy away from them and be like, nah. That ain't Atlantic Avenue, bro. That ain't Bed-Stuy. That's, yo, bro. The boy got the moon boots on. The shit's my daughter wear. With a kilt. That I don't give a fuck if you call it a kilt. Call it, skirt. It's a fucking skirt. It's a skirt. I'm on my live. Can you call Lorena and tell I'm on my live? Text her and tell I'm on my live. It is what it is. And so we can't, and I seen a lot of people, I see Knicks Fan TV on here. I seen a lot of people, they beat me to this. They just ran to it like Waka Flocka, 5 mics, you can't do that. You can't disvalidate somebody because you're the pure hip hop, and the next day it's this picture of you with a skirt on with moon boots. Come on, bro. That one threw me for a loop because I was still gonna defend Drake and say, yo, he's hip hop. He spits better than everybody. He just makes hits for everybody. But I was going to go Mos Def. I understand. We come from the same roots, the same tree. But a day later, the skirt, the kilt, credibility's at an all-time low.
Fat Joe said credibility's at an all-time low. I absolutely cannot. Now that was funny, okay? I know y'all don't like Fat Joe because he said the Latinos created hip-hop. Well, we know he was lying when he said that. I don't even get mad when people say such foolish things. It's funny to me. But when that fool said credibility's at an all-time low, I absolutely cannot. And so I find it all interesting. And here's the thing. Pay attention to how Mos Def started trying to deflect and gaslight us, talking about, well, I wish people would have that much energy. You know, what did he say? For world peace, social injustice, and all that. Mos Def sit down somewhere and saying that that's not how it was supposed to be. Somebody asked him a question. Well, here's the thing. I was always taught that if you don't have anything nice to say, you could just not say anything, please. All right. How you going to say that man is not hip hop? Now, you could say he's not original hip-hop, okay, because things change. There's new types of hip-hop. We have mumble rap and all these different things out here, so you could have just said that. But then to say he's not hip-hop and then you're wearing a whole skirt, honey, with boots, please sit down. And as Fat Joe said, moon boots, the same ones that his daughter, in fact, wears, okay? Absolutely cannot. All right. But anyway, I digress. Now, let's talk for a minute about reparations, okay? Because they're talking about St. Louis. Scoop said Fat Joe needs to get his facts straight. Yes, he does in some cases, honey, when he's talking about who created hip-hop and all that. All right, Queen Sam says, stand on business, Queen. Speaking of standing on business, I'm glad you brought that up. I want you all to pay attention because King Harris said that now that he's come out and said that in that video that went viral, now everybody's saying it. And some people are trying to say, oh, we got it from Drewski. I don't even know who Drewski is. I don't even know who Drewski is. Is that Drake? Is that a nickname for somebody? I don't know. But at the end of the day, some people were saying, you know, oh, Drewski said it first. Well, he didn't say he said it first. He didn't even say that he created it or originated it. He clearly said he did not. But what he did say is that since his video went viral, everybody's saying it. He's not lying. Okay? He's not lying. I don't know why everybody's always hating on poor little King. All right? He's just a young man trying to make his way in this world. Sometimes he's nefarious, but aren't we all? Okay? Aren't we all? And so with that all being said, I don't even know who Drewski is. Why they're talking about he said it first. But yeah, so anyway, but let's continue because, yeah, so St. Louis, you know, they've been talking about reparations and all of that. I personally don't think reparations is ever coming. Okay, please, I've lost hope. All right, but so now they're trying to get bills like California has or whatever to talk about reparations and all of that. And Conscious Outlaw is one of the people that they showed on the news report. So let's take a look at that. And then we got to talk about these thugs out here targeting the community of elders. Okay, out here doing something known as jugging. All right, so let's get into it.
California is now the first state to introduce reparations bills aimed at compensating African Americans over systemic racism. Tonight, St. Louis is looking to do something similar. Justin Andrews heard from the commission making those recommendations. Justin?
Yeah, Corey, the commission chair telling me tonight the reason why is to allow them to put together a more robust report when it comes to strong public comment. That request letter also asked Mayor Jones for funds to make sure the commission has the proper resources to ensure proposals and drafts reach the community.
I'm very pleased that we got an extension so we can cover this.
Michael Gregory lives in North County and is glad the extension is granted, but thought something was missing from the proposal.
And it has to have a cash payment component.
Wednesday, Gregory and dozens of others attended St. Louis City's Reparations Commission meeting. The group discussed the proposal, focusing on issues ranging from education to public health and housing. Carmen Long lives in the city.
Central West End looked like heaven. And then when you cross over Delmore, it look like hell to me because it's all trash, dumping, and it's just vacant buildings.
Long says black people have had a hard time trying to get resources to have a home.
Recently on the news, Webster Grove's residents found out some of them still have restrictive covenants.
Last week, First Alert 4 introduced you to a student who uncovered racist language in thousands of St. Louis area property deeds. In the group's findings on Wednesday, it showed historic inequalities in home loans, school closures, life expectancies, and health. Of the disparities found in primarily black zip codes in North City and North County.
Boy, we are divided. I'm not getting it.
Kayla Reed, the commission chair, along with 7 others, are working on recommendations to repair the racial harms.
We're going to continue to investigate that as we write this report.
Reed tells me your input is the only way they'll be able to draft a robust report. The final draft is now due in September, although the commission plans to have a draft to the public in the summer.
We're going to be looking at direct payments. We're going to be looking at programs. We're going to be looking at policy changes.
And Cora, we know the next meeting is February 26th. At that meeting, I'm told Mayor Jones will be presenting. Again, tonight was to simply introduce the proposals. So now the board will take what the public said and fine tune it. Back over to you.
All right, Justin, thanks for that update.
These people need to sit down somewhere. Shout out to those who are still fighting for reparations, but I don't think we're going to get it. Andrea said she doesn't think we're going to get it. At the end of the day, Christopher said another study. Okay, Wheezy Jefferson said, but debit cards for undocumented immigrants. Exactly. Andrea said, hashtag election time. You already know. Okay, Christopher said, just give them the money like they do the migrants. Exactly. Okay, Troy said distractions. You know what it is. All right, like really. Okay, Najah said we need reparations in the whole dang system. All right. So anyway, Eileen said, I agree, Queen. Okay, so with that all being said, I don't think it's coming. But shout out to all of those relentlessly working to try to get them. Okay, Queen Sam said, what this nefarious government didn't expect is the black community to be coming forth. Exactly, beloved. All right, so it's just all crazy, honey. But anyway, now let's talk about these thugs out here targeting the elderly. Okay, if you have elders in your family, and I'm sure you do, please let them know about this. It's called jugging. Okay, they're out here following people to the bank or following people while they leave the bank, you know, if they see them get money out. So let's get into it.
And connected to at least 6 robberies.
The victims targeted all because they went to the bank. The crime is also called jugging, and investigators believe these 5 suspects could be linked to more incidents. Troy Kless joins us now live in Pearland tonight. Troy?
Yeah, thank you. So police believe that the suspects stole thousands of dollars from elderly victims. And just an hour ago, I spoke on the phone with one of the victims who says he went to the bank, then went to the gym for an hour where the suspects waited to strike. Pearland police say jugging suspects have a familiar pattern.
What these individuals would do is they would set up in the bank parking lots. They would be backed into these locations and they would watch for people to go inside and outside the bank.
Officer Chad Rogers says the suspects would follow the victim to their destination and rob them. One incident happened on October 30th in the Planet Fitness parking lot on Pearland Parkway.
It was very fast when I turned around. They disappeared.
On the phone is Ricardo Garcia. He was walking out of the gym to his car when a man in the white vehicle gets out of the passenger seat and hits him in the head multiple times. The suspects leave the scene with $400 in cash and spent $2,000 on his credit card.
They hit me by surprise and they disappeared. I didn't see anything.
6 incidents like this were reported to Pearland police officers.
They did a fantastic job of being able to utilize information on the plates that were being used. They were using paper plates. Or rent cars in this situation.
The suspects have been arrested and charged with engaging in organized criminal activity. Police urge people to be aware of their surroundings when carrying cash.
Anybody can become a victim of this. Before you leave the bank, making sure you put your money away. When you walk out, that there's nothing in your hands. That way they can't tell that you have money. And here's a really important thing. Don't be complacent when you're going somewhere.
Pearland police believe that these suspects are involved in other jugging incidents across the Houston area, so they're asking anyone who may have been a victim of these particular suspects to contact the police department. Garcia told me on the phone that he's relieved about these arrests and says he's a lot more cautious when going to the bank now. We're live in Pearland. Troy Kless, KHO.
Okay, you all see that? Just a bunch of thugs, and I'm glad they got caught, because they could really hurt somebody. You're not even getting that much money, $400, then using $2,000 on the debit or credit card. So anyway, they're where they need to be. So people, please be careful. See, that's why I never carry cash. The most I'll carry on me is about $20, so I can help out the homeless or give a homeless person a few dollars if I see one or whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm not walking around with cash. That's what I'm not doing ever. Okay, you steal my debit card. Well, you better use it real quick, because as soon as I notice it's going, it's getting cut off. Okay, that's how I roll. But so everybody, please be careful. That's your lifeline. Please be careful when you're out and about. Okay, and if you have elders, please let them know about it. Also, let them know about these scams where people call them lying and saying, oh, your grandson or your granddaughter has been arrested, or they're about to be arrested, and unless you pay $2,000 or X amount of dollars, we're going to put them in jail and this and that. That's another scam they do. I was in Walmart one day when an elderly man came in about to send somebody like $2,500 for telling him something like that about his grandson or nephew or somebody. But anyway, the lady was suspicious, the teller, she was suspicious, the clerk, and she basically checked into it and told him it was a whole scam. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Okay, so now let's talk about Plies. You know, just when I think Plies has gotten some sense, he goes off and does or says something crazy again. So let's get into it. Now, first of all, I was agreeing with him with what he said about the Grammys, because I said the same thing yesterday. I said the exact same thing. Like, why do we want to be accepted? You know, why do we need to keep begging for acceptance from other people who don't look like us? You don't have to. If you know you have accolades, you know you have talents and skills, then you should be glad and satisfied with that, what the Most High gave you. You don't have to get validation from anyone else. That's what you shouldn't have to do. But here's what Plies had to say about it. I'm going to show this on the screen, and then we're going to get into his foolishness, because Plies has clearly lost some of his mind, if not all of it. And I just really hope he gets it back real soon, because I can't take it. I just can't take it. Okay, here it is. He says, Black folks tune into the Grammys every year just to complain about how unfair it is. Then we'll be right in front of the TV next year watching it just to do the same thing. Sometimes I think we just pain freaks. All right, sometimes I think we just pain freaks. Well, no lies detected, because that is what some of y'all do. That is what some of our people happen to do. Now, here's what he said next. Likes up, everyone. Please don't forget to like and share. Thank you in advance. He says, white folks don't care about not being accepted by Black folks shite. The BET Awards, that's an example. Okay, so why Black folks care so much about being accepted by white folks shite, like the Grammys? Well, you know, that's because some Black folk don't believe anything unless a white person co-signs it. And then some Black folk don't feel important unless white people find them important. That's just the way it is. That is just the way it is. They want acceptance because they feel inferior. That's the bottom line. I'm sorry, but it's true. Okay, if you feel that you only get validation and you only feel praised when someone who doesn't look like you is doing it, then that's definitely self-loathsome, and that's also low self-esteem and an inferiority complex as far as I'm concerned. Okay, because I don't need anybody to validate me. I'll validate myself. All right, and that's what you all should do. Now, with that all being said, let's talk about Ludacris. Because Ludacris was on Drink Champs and he told a story about when he won his Grammy. I believe it was back in 2007. Yeah, it was. And so also, I'm going to play as well the clip of what Cat Williams said about him, and then what Ludacris actually said at his 2007 Grammy Awards speech, and then what he said, the story he told at Drink Champs. Okay, please pay attention.
Luda, are you related to Luda? No, so there was a crossroads where we were both invited to an Illuminati thing, and it had to be one or the other of us, and decisions had to be made. So it was both of us, we were equal. One of us had to cut off all their hair and couldn't do the sideburn thing no more with the points. And the next person, they said, was going to get $200 million because they were going to pay him $10 million a movie to do 20 movies. And that's how the conversation happened. One of those persons turned out to be Ludacris, and the other person turned out to be Cat Williams. Now, one person ended up with a light-skinned, ugly-faced wife that's never done a... Remember I told you that if I say that, it applied to 7 people? Yes. It's part of what they give you. Okay? I didn't get it. I'm not mad about it.
How much money they give? 200?
Sir.
Are you related to,
So y'all telling me all I had to do was cut my hair to win the best rap album? That's what y'all telling me? Huh? Mr. L.A. Reid, I sat in your office and I told you this was mine right here. I told you that. Thank you, L.A. Reid, Def Jam, Universal staff. Every time I went to the Grammys, I'm in the category with Eminem and Ja Rule, and these motherfuckers were killing this shit. Jay-Z, DMX, Luda's huge artists, but when it comes to these motherfuckers, I'm losing every motherfucking award, right?
You're not in Illuminati yet.
So, it's all good. So I come around and finally, man, I make this album. Release Therapy, bro. And I went on there and I was like, man, I'm making this fucking album and I'm going to win Best Rap Album for this shit. I don't care what happens. I'm specifically going in, writing this shit, making it the way it needs to be.
The intention was there.
And when they called my fucking name, bro, I was like, that did it for me. Because of, all the years, it was like over a decade of loss. Right. And then finally getting that recognition and then Best Rap Album at that, which you already know is hard as fuck. And then they weren't really giving the rap category what they needed. Yeah, and then a funny story to that, I know Shakur gonna laugh at this shit.
That's right.
Because I was so passionate after I got that award, I went backstage. And at this time, they had all the artists separated by curtains, so motherfuckers weren't in specific rooms. I say that to say, I get back and I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I made it. I did it. I won. I literally set out this album to get a Grammy, and I got it. And all of a sudden, I hear this voice from the other room on the other side of the curtain. And the motherfucker's like, shut the fuck up, man. Some of us didn't win any goddamn Grammys today. I'm like, who the fuck is that? I pull the curtain back. This nigga Justin Timberlake is on the other side of that motherfucker.
Oh, shit.
That nigga said, shut the fuck up. Some of us didn't win any goddamn Grammys this year. What the fuck?
All right, so I found it all very amusing. Okay, Justin was clearly pressed. Pay attention. But don't you think it's funny that when Kat said that one of them had to get their hair cut and their sideburns, and then Luda won the award and got up there and said, he only had to cut his hair. But I want you to pay attention because on that Drink Champs interview, as you can see, Ludacris has that afro back after Kat said something. I just want y'all to pay attention, okay? Peep game. He has his afro back after Kat pointed out that he got rid of it. Did y'all notice that? Did that go over y'all's heads? Okay, please pay attention. So anyway, with that all being said, moving right along, now let's talk about Plies. Now, this is why Plies has lost his ever-loving mind, okay? This right here is why Plies has clearly lost it. All right. Let me make sure I'm pulling up the right video. Okay, here we go.
Nobody and motherfucking Kamala Harris, because I'm sick of it. Can somebody teach y'all how to motherfucking brag? Motherfucking stock market's doing way better under y'all than it did under him. Job numbers way better under y'all than it did under him. Motherfucking GDP. People wages at the bottom going up more than the people wages at the top. Inflation going down. Gas prices going down. And y'all can't figure out how to motherfucking brag? You blow some shit up over there in the Middle East. Get your ass out here and brag about it. How you think I know you got a motherfucking Corvette, Joe? Huh? Cause you a motherfucking bragging. How you think I know Kamala know how to motherfucking dance? Cause she motherfucking shoulders. You think if you had 91 motherfucking charges on you, he wouldn't be over there motherfucking talking about it? What you think the motherfucking NFL doing right now, motherfucking Taylor Swift, Joe? Motherfucker, throw a motherfucking party. It ain't your motherfucking fault America love braggers, but goddamn it, brag. Shit ain't that motherfucking hard, man. All you got to do is go motherfucking brag. Y'all need to hang around some motherfucking rappers or something. Somebody need to teach y'all how to motherfucking brag, cause y'all goddamn sure don't know how to do it. Bragging. They saying she at our events, she ain't at the NBA, she ain't at the NHL, she ain't at the MLB, she at our shit. Even motherfucking Creflo Dollar bragging. Fuck you think you all them Rolls Royces is and shit. You went and ate lunch at them little motherfucking black kids' house in the motherfucking wherever they was. How you think we motherfucking found out about it? You ain't tell us. They snuck and motherfucking recorded because they was motherfucking bragging. And y'all can't figure out how to motherfucking brag. Student loan forgiveness. Get your ass out here and brag about it. Y'all get some money. Get your ass out here and brag about it. You got some motherfucking celebrities out of prison too. Get motherfucking Brendan Grind at your...
Okay, he needs to sit down somewhere and please be quiet. Wavy though said his voice is super annoying. I agree. And then someone said, stop all that cursing. Absolutely. Miss Evie said he needs to stop with all that cursing. Yeah, and that's part of what makes his voice so annoying. Okay, like he sounds so ridiculous. That's for one. But let's check his receipts. Now, he said the stock market went up during Biden and Kagami's administration. So let's just take a peek real quick. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if Plies knows what he's talking about. I mean, even if it did, that's a reason for them to brag. I can think of a whole lot of reasons why they can't, which I'll get into momentarily. Okay? Plies, please sit down somewhere. Okay, can you all see this? Let me try to zoom in a little bit here so you all can see this. Now, here's what it says. Hold on. Okay. Biden's strong stock market still trails Trump's. As of January the 1st, 2024, former President Obama topped them both with an S&P 500 gain of 48.6% during the relevant period. Okay, I'm sorry. It says he's trailing Biden. So what is he talking about? And even Obama also did better. So what is he talking about? You see, this is why Plies needs to shut the hell up. Okay, that's what he needs to do. Sitting there talking about they need to brag. They don't have anything to brag on. Okay, they don't have anything to brag on. For one, Biden allocated billions of dollars over there to Ukraine when we have an entire homeless crisis here, and many of the homeless are veterans who fought for this country. Now they have nothing to show for it. Okay, at the end of the day, and let's not forget how the immigrants have been able to just skip right across the border, storming beaches and whatnot like it's Normandy. And then they're giving all sorts of benefits when they get here, debit cards. They have the Ukrainian immigrants coming over here, and they're given Social Security. They didn't even put into the system. How is this happening? But he wants them to brag. You have all these other nations wanting to join BRICS because they know that the U.S. dollar, and BRICS is creating their own currency, and the U.S. dollar is not worth anything. Okay? It's not worth as much as monopoly money. It's not worth the paper it's printed on. And he wants them to brag about what? We have genocide being committed even as I speak. So please make it all make sense, Plies, if you could. But he can't. Okay? But he can. And I want you all to pay attention to something. No matter how smart people who curse and use that amount of profanity want people to think they are, when you peel back the layers of the onion, they're not ever really that smart. If they were so, they would not use all of that profanity. Okay? They wouldn't. Because they would have sense enough to know that people find you to sound stupid and ignorant when you speak that way continuously. Using a myriad of slurs, or not slurs, but curse words, when you could use other intellectual words instead. Okay, people just know you sound ignorant. The only people who don't are those who are ignorant as well and speak the way you speak. But other people know that you sound ignorant. And even if you're not ignorant, that's what they'll think. So those people are truly not that smart, because if they were, they would know that. They would know that. I mean, I can curse like a sailor too, but why would I? Anyone can curse if you can speak. Can you string together, a string of intellectual words? Can you use transition sentences when you're changing from one topic to another? Or do you just tie everything together by MFs and FUs? Sounds so ridiculous, okay? Sounds so ridiculous. Queen Sam said, and we've said that rappers or entertainers don't speak for us. Exactly. Okay, Darnell said he sounds like he's 13. Absolutely. Absolutely. Goodness, Ray DeBow said, look, Queen, they want to sound ignorant. To some, it's fashionable. Clearly. Okay, I can't deny that, beloved. It makes sense to me. And then To Love Myself 100 says, and Plies is supposed to have an RN degree. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. You can have a degree without being that smart, okay? And so that's clearly where he's at with it. Aretha said, Queen, you keeping about how American Negroes are not going to get reparations, being so-called spiritual. You should know that the ability of speaking stuff into existence. So how can you be so reckless? First of all, I'm not being reckless. I'm speaking my opinion. You see, here's the thing, beloved, and I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm not speaking things into existence. I'm speaking my opinion. There's a difference. We can have opinions on a myriad of things, and just because we speak on it doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Not to mention, I'm only one person. Do you know how many people are still fighting and speaking about reparations? So do you think my little old voice, one little old voice myself, is going to stop it from happening? If I don't think we're going to get reparations, I'm able to say so, beloved, as are you or anyone else, okay? Just because one person thinks something, or even many people think something, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. You see, the thing about manifestation is it's done intentionally. Okay, you have to have intentions, beloved. You can't just speak things into existence just from opening your mouth. Do you know how much trouble we'd all be in if that were so? That's an obtuse statement that you just made. Now, I don't want to go in on you, but at the end of the day, that was reckless what you said, beloved. If you were spiritual, because clearly I am. You see, I understand the power of manifestation. I know that it's best to manifest when you're in your theta brainwave, which is what you're in when you usually wake up in the morning, you see. So it's not good to try to manifest when you're in beta, you see. That's what I'm in right now, because I'm working, I'm busy. I'm thinking about a myriad of things. I'm giving commentary. So I'm in my beta brainwave at this point. So I'm not going to manifest anything because I'm not focusing on one particular thing. Okay? So did you get that? Please write it down and take notes. All right? Don't ever question my spirituality, beloved. This is why I teach these things, because I always know what I'm talking about. And when I don't, well, I'm silent. All right. So with that all being said, everyone, please get ready for the next broadcast, which starts in 2 minutes. Now, I initially had it set for 10:30. I changed it a few minutes ago to 10:15 because I saw this was going to wrap up early. One last thing I want to play before we roll out of here is the diss that FayeMiss did against Nicki Minaj. And honey, when I tell you, Nicki got sheathered again. And I think this one is worse than the one Remy did. So let's listen to it before we roll out.
Gonna learn today. They say a person could be two things, and I agree it's true. I agree it's true. Cause you say you the queen, but you's a hater too. How the hell you got so many wins, but so afraid to lose, afraid to see another rap bitch come in the game and be as great as you? That shit you did to Kim, they'll eat away at you. That's why you hold that crown so tight, afraid somebody gon' take it away from you. Ain't nobody touching your invisible crown, and you still complaining, bitch. What the fuck you want now? The nerve for you to talk about somebody's mother who died when your own father tried to take your own mother life. Think about you should be thanking God he didn't burn her alive. Instead, you think that you's a god cause you so sick in the mind. Don't give a fuck about how good of a rat you can rhyme. Y'all don't let this cokehead cross too many lines. Don't give a damn about her fame or your life in the line. Cause y'all be giving bitches praise and I just don't idolize. And I won't even mention shit about your man being a pedophile. Cause you're the only one that got that man around a fucking child. He's a pervert, you the one who gotta fuck him now. So it don't bother me, you fucking niggas who will fuck a child. Ooh, mama always told me I should watch my mouth. But first I gotta get these demons out the fucking house. Now that you sold all the records you could sell, I think it's time that you finally sent Roman ass back to hell. You say you the shit? Well, I ain't never liked how shit smell. Time to read on a bitch like Braille. AOL still send the queen quick mail. Dear Your Majesty, we the people would like to thank you for your many years of services. However, right now we are more concerned with you having a public mental breakdown and believe it's best for you to step down. Go to rehab. Fake ass, itty bitty bully. How you calling bitches big when you never develop fully? Is that the reason why your nigga play with the kitty? Is he the reason why your grown ass act silly? Fuck a rap, bitch, you need to get slapped, disrespectful. You's an evil hoe and the whole world hates you. See a woman winning and somehow it upsets you. You the queen of the miserable and successful. Bitch, how the fuck you got everything you ever wanted? And you still bitter? Are you not happy? You should have been pitiful. Long live the queen.
Honey, that wasn't a roast. That was a whole barbecue. Please pay attention. All right, please pay attention, honey. She went all in. All right. She left no stone unturned. Okay. Let me see what Maurice has to say. Maurice said, but at the end of the day, Nicki is the best, prettiest, and just drew more attention her way. Well, you know, Nicki is very beautiful to me. But here's the thing. The only thing I would say about her diss is that Nicki's husband is not an alleged pedo. He and the girl were almost the same age. He was, in fact, younger. He was 15. She was 16. Okay. And then I already showed you all how the girl recanted on the other channel. So at the end of the day, at once upon a time she did, until she found out she was going to go to jail, and then she took it back. But nonetheless, honey, it was no crumbs left behind. I mean, she ate that. Absolutely. All right. I don't think Nicki's going to respond. And here's the thing. If you remember how Nicki was going in on Lil' Kim when Nicki first came out, but at the same time, she was copying Lil' Kim. When she started wearing the colorful wigs, Lil' Kim did all that first. Okay. When she did the photo shoot where she was bending down with her legs spread and holding a lollipop, Lil' Kim did that first. Okay. So Nicki copied Lil' Kim to a degree and then clowned her. She also was age shaming Lil' Kim. And I find it interesting because now she's the age that Lil' Kim was when she was clowning Lil' Kim about her age. Okay, so it's never fun when the rabbits got the guns, all I'm saying. All right, but anyway, with that all being said, Queen Sam said, get a napkin because the rib sauce is dripping. Woo, honey, it absolutely is, I must admit. Okay, so with that all being said, each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. I hope to see you all in the next chat, starting right now. Okay, enjoy the rest of this day, and I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
Nobody knows why liars lie. Winners are not allowed to allow losers to rewrite history. It's God's side and the other side. Country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good over cabbage and look like Mr. Potato Head. I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. Ricky Smiley can't act. Cause Ricky Smiley can't act. Why is he in a dress again? He didn't be wanting to Barbie. And you gotta tell him no. Said ain't got no special, you remember? Eve ain't got no special, you remember? Ricky ain't got no special, you remember? Sir, I have 12 comedy specials. If you Diddy or whoever you is, TVJ, 10 of them. I won't stop burning you down until there ain't nothing left. Rubble on top of rubble, and I'll still be bombing.